Okay, so let's go over what we have so far, and then I'll pick up where we left off in class. So far with user, we said that they can both make a product and buy a product. So in this first thing that we're setting up, we're saying that a user can buy or can purchase many products. So we're saying purchasers, like a user has many purchases. But really, we're not calling them purchases in our database. We're calling them orders instead. And so now it's going to look for a purchase ID, which doesn't exist. So we had to say we want to find the user ID for this order. So that's going to link our user to this purchase. So use user ID. And in this one, we're saying a user can design many products. So a user can have many designed products.
Can I sit down? Thanks.
But we don't have anything called designed products in our database. So it's really just a product in our database.
You can put them back.
So now it's going to look for a designer ID in our database, which we don't have. So we're going to also have to say use user ID. And here with the products,
I'm so close to done.
we're saying a product can be purchased many times. So those we're calling sales.
The nice thing is Miss Callis won't penalize us for getting late.
So it can be sold multiple or many times.
Yeah.
But we don't have anything called sales. Really, those are old orders. And so now we're going to look for a product's sales ID, but we don't have a sale ID. We have a product ID. So we have to say use product ID. And we're going to say they have many purchasers through this order table and use this user ID.
Like an adjective is fine.
So because a user is able to purchase a product,
that makes them different. Yeah. I hate when people say like an adjective.
we can say that a product has many purchasers.
It's not wrong. It's not offensive, but it's like.
And in order to find who bought this product, we have to go through this order table, which links our purchasers to our products.
Like I love her, and I love like how comfortable she is teaching our class. But like she does the whole like blacks instead of black people, and I'm like, okay, but like.
So
And
products.
like just a little like.
can have many purchasers
That bothers me less. It's just something I would
Yeah,
notice.
don't
through orders.
I don't.
And now it's going to look for a purchaser ID, which we don't have. So we have to say use a user ID.
It's not right. It's just like that. It's kind of gross.
And finally, with our products, we're keeping track in our database the name of the products and the user ID of who designed the products. So we're keeping track of the user ID here. So we're saying belongs to designer, but really we don't have a designer table in our database. We have a user table though. So has one designer, really called a user. And so now we have to tell it to use the user ID. Okay, so now that we have all that set up, there's only two more things that we have to link up. So I want to be able to do user.sales and user.customer.
Oh my god, why is it so heavy?
So what we're saying here is we want a user to be able to see what products that they have, that they made, to see all of the products that they've sold. So in order to do that, we have to say a user can have many sales. So sales being products sold, right? And because we have this connection already made, we can just say through designed products. Because designed products is already linking what product they designed. And so now it's just a matter of finding who purchased their designed products. So let's do that now. So has money sales through designed products. Cool. And the last relationship that I want to set up is this user.customers. So now that I can see all of the sales that they have, now because I have this connection, I can see who were the ones who bought their products. So who bought their products. So we want to say has many customers through sales. We're going to say source purchaser.
Why did you go on top?
I don't know.
So we want to say source purchaser because we're saying
Like, why do we all have to?
we want to go through
I don't know why she's
sales,
talking about this in the
What is she talking about?
chat.
and because
Oh.
sales are
She's like, Alex, we need to talk
through designed products,
perhaps the best thing I've ever thought of.
we look at this relationship right here.
Reference to Pokemon, but like, I was like, okay,
Mhm.
what are you talking about? free right now? Grace says, I am, tell me.
And we can see that here in our products,
I love it.
we have purchasers. So now we're able to see they have many customers through sales and look for the purchaser, which is really this, the user ID. So that's it for relationships. But now let's see how they actually work. So I want to be able to test out all my relationships.
I can't say wise. Oh my god, thank you. I was thinking wise was that's not a word.
So that's what the seed file is for. What we can do with this is I can make my users here. So I can say user.create, and if I look at what my user needs, all they need is a name. So I could say name is equal to Adriana. But I want to make a bunch of users. So I'm going to, instead of using the faker gem, I'm just going to quickly make an array of users. So I'm going to say users is equal to Adriana. Let's do Ashley. Let's do Channing for Channing Tatum. Let's do Harry for Harry Potter. Ron and Hermione. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now let's do users.each. User. So I'm going to do inside of this user.create. I'm going to say name. I'm going to set it equal to user. So I'm going to go through this users array. And for each name in my array, I'm going to create a user for them. So now I have all of my users made. So now let's create products and orders. I'm going to do, let's do 20 times. I'm going to do product.create. So I first need to make my products before I make my orders. That way I can use my products ID and user ID to link them in my orders. So both users and products need to exist before I make my orders. So product.create, what do I need for my products? I need a user ID and name. So user ID, I'm going to make this random. So I'm going to say random number between 1 and, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, because we only have 6 users right now. And then let's say name for products. I would say products. Oops. Shirt, purse, shoe. Let's just add one more. Okay. So I'm going to do products.sample. That way it picks a random one each time. So now I can make orders. So order.create. So I need to do user ID and a product ID. Simple enough. So user ID. Let's do again random 1, 2, 6, and then finally product. Oops. Product ID. And then random 1 through 20. And there. So now that I have my seed file complete, I can run rakedb seed, and that's going to make all of these things in my database. Voila, we're all done. So now I can run rake console, and we can see that I can use this fake data now. So if I say user.all, I see all my users. So let's work with my first user. I'm going to say user is equal to user.first. So now let's test out my relationships. So I'm going to go to my user table and my user model, and I'm going to go down my list to see if each of these works. So I should be able to do user.purchases. And this gives me all of my purchases that I made. So this works fine. So I can see I get back my orders where my user ID is 1. So perfect. I'm getting back all of my orders. So let's check designed products. So I can do user.designed products. So I made 2 lotions apparently. And we can see here, my user ID here is 1, which is correct. So now, let's try user.sales.
You're talking to me.
Voila, these are all the people who, well, these are all the sales that I made. So these are all the orders that I need to fulfill. And finally, let's try user.customers. There we go. And I get back all my customers. Oh, look, Channing Tatum bought my lotion. Cool. And I bought my own lotion. That's kind of conceited, but alright. I'll take it. So I can do this for all of my relations.